Hare Hare Krishna. Let's continue with prayers. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा गदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदाङ्कितं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वती व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रये। नमो ब्राह्मण्य देवाय गो ब्राह्मण्य हिताय च जगत हिताय कृष्णाय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। नमो ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। वाचारते गिरिं यत्पर्यन्तं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानंद माधवं श्री चैतन्य ईश्वरम् अवित्र पवित्र पवित्र व सर्वावस्थांगतोपि वयस्मृत पुंडरीकाक्षं सभाबाह्यंतरः सुचिति श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु। Hare Krishna, Prabhuji's Mataji's, Dandavat Pranams. I'll just have my headset so that it will be better clear for all of us.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी धन्यवाद प्रणाम।
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna, Muralidhar Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Nirupama Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna,
Hare
Pushpalala Mata.
Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Giriraj.
Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Subbara Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna, in spite of this. Okay, yeah, hope this
Hare
is better.
Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Prasad Prabhu. Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Dhanavatam.
Dandavat Pranam.
Enchanter, more chanter. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. In spite of so busy schedule, you all doing so much of devotional service. In spite of all that, you all joined. So grateful for you, for all of you, Prabhuji's Mataji's, Dandavat Pranams.
Instead of everything, you're doing 2 classes today, Prabhu. What are we doing, Prabhu? You're a marathon chanter and you're doing 2 classes.
No,
today.
Prabhu. I absolutely have no qualification, Prabhu. I'm the most fallen soul on the planet. Forget about this planet, for the entire universe. Forget about this entire universe, for all the universes. I'm the most fallen soul on this planet. Fallen soul. It is just mercy of Guru Parampara and Vaishnavas. Okay, devotees just like you. And it is just the mercy of His Grace Lilananda Prabhu and His Grace Balgandha Prabhu. I absolutely have no qualification. Forget about studying the Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam. I don't have qualification to even to touch the ancestors. Hare Krishna. Sorry for that. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hope I am sharing my screen, Prabhuji's Mataji's. Hope you are able to see it.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. So yesterday Sujana Mataji has started this chapter. The chapter name is The Behavior of a Perfect Person, which is from the Canto 7, chapter 12. So she has covered from Sloka till Sloka 12. So we'll be covering from Sloka 13 to 35. Hare Krishna. So let us have a quick summary of this chapter. Okay, in this chapter, overall we have 31 slokas, Prabhuji's Mataji's. So first 1 to 16 slokas, we've been covered about duties of brahmachari. Okay, so what are the general duties of brahmachari student? Okay, in Gurukula, and a brahmachari, how he should deal with women, especially. There's a quite a good amount of time spent over here, and then further details of brahmacharya ashrama, what kind of things a brahmachari should be taking care. So it is being covered in the slokas from 11 to 16. So some of the slokas, because we are doing it from 13 to 16, we'll be seeing this section, Prabhuji's Mataji's. So little details of what is this brahmacharya ashrama, further details on this. And 17 to 31, we will be seeing, okay, duties of vanaprastha ashrama. So what is the result of Vanaprastha Ashrama? What are the general duties of Vanaprastha Ashrama? Okay, what are the rules for giving up body for the Vanaprastha Ashrama? All these details we'll be seeing with Prabhuji's Mataji's. This is a quick overview of the chapter which we have seen some part and which we are going to see it now. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Hope my voice is good. Hare Krishna.
Yes,
Okay.
Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay. So now we are seeing, okay, further details of Brahmacharya Ashrama. So wonderful sloka this is, okay, sloka 13 to 14, okay, both the slokas together we have, and wonderful puppet also we have here. So let us understand this, what Srila Prabhupada and Vyasadeva, okay, is sharing this knowledge to all of us. According to the rules and regulations mentioned above, okay, the previously, which previous slokas, one who is twice born, okay, so twice born means like who has initially took a birth, and again there is upanayana, samskara, okay. So when that happens, twice born generally happens for this, for Brahmana, Kshatriya, and Vaishya, okay, should reside in the Gurukula under the care of spiritual master. So what should happen for a brahmachari? Okay, what is been advised? He should be staying in a Gurukala ashrama. Okay, there he should study and learn all Vedic literatures. Okay, he should study all the Vedic literatures along with their supplements and the Upanishads according to his ability and power to study. So whatever the skill he has, according to his skill, okay, that brahmachari should study the Vedic literature. If possible, the student or disabled should reward the spiritual master at the end of the study. So it is been expected that the disabled should reward the spiritual master with remuneration, the spiritual master request, and then following the master's order. Okay, based upon the master's order, we should take to the next two steps. The disabled should leave and accept one of the other ashramas. Okay, based upon the advice from the guru. So you should be taking the other ashramas like Grihotha ashrama or Vanapastra ashrama or Sannyasa ashrama as the disciple decides. So based upon the guna, okay, which is guru also seen whether the sishya disciple has a sattva guna more, or tama guna has, or rasa guna has. So depending upon that, the guru also gives the advice. Okay, what kind of profession that disciple should take. Okay, and also guru advises whether he should be continue brahmacharya ashrama, or he can take the vanprastha ashrama, or he can take the sannyasa ashrama. All that through lot of sadhana, okay, through spending good amount of time with in the Gurukul, definitely the Guru also advises. Hare Krishna. So let us understand the purport, what Srila Prabhupada is giving, such a detailed purport. So without these purports, it is almost close to impossible for us to understand such a great knowledge of Bhagavad Gita Bhagavatam without purports of Srila Prabhupada. I cannot imagine understanding Bhagavad Gita, little understanding of Bhagavad Gita Bhagavatam without uh, the purports of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. To study the Vedas and understand them, of course, requires some special intelligence. But the members of three higher sections of the society, namely Brahmana, Kshatriya, and Vaishya, must learn the Vedic literature according to their capacity and power to understand. So it is a very clear instruction to all of us who has this Varna. Okay, this is nothing to do with caste, Prabhuji's, Mataji's, and you all aware of that. So the Brahmana Varna, Kshatriya Varna, and Vaishya Varna. Okay. So those should spend time on understanding the Vedic literature according to their capability. In other words, studying the Vedic literature is compulsory for everyone, but the Sudras, okay, and Antajayas. Antajaya Sudras are almost like a similar. So they are more with Tamogun. So for more with Tamogun, again, this is Varna, okay. Again, this is Varna. So, as they are in Tamogun, they will be involved in some of the physical activities, which is again related to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, Ram, the absolute truth. Now, the Vedic literature gives the knowledge that can lead one to understand the absolute truth. The Vedic literature, what is the Vedic literature doing? Gives the knowledge that can lead one to understand the absolute truth. I am reading some Vedic literature, but what it is helping me? It should help me to understand the absolute truth. What is that absolute truth? That is Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. If you are understanding some Vedic literature and if it is not yielding, then that is not a Vedic literature. So we should be very cautious on that. Okay, Gurukula or an reformatory educational institutions should be used only to understand Vedic knowledge. At the present time, there are many educational institutions, okay, for training and technology, but such knowledge has nothing to do with understanding absolute knowledge. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji's, Mataji's. Today we are doing some studies in IIMs or IBMs or any other places, and also our kids are studying. What is it they are studying? They are studying non-Vedic literature also. Here Prabhupada is saying this is some technology. Yeah. At present, there are many education institutions training on technology, training and technology for training and technology. But certain knowledge has nothing to do with understanding with absolute truth. Technology, therefore, is meant for Sudras, whereas the Vedas are meant for Dvijas. See, Prabhupada is very, very straightforward, Prabhuji's Mataji's. Okay. So I am learning technology. Everybody is learning technology. So that is for Sudras. So Prabhuji's Mataji's, from the bottom of our heart, we should accept that I'm a Sudra. But still, there is an opportunity is given for me to learn this Shastra, Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and Guru Parampara. And we should be always grateful, thankful, okay, to Guru Parampara and Vaishnavas. And we don't know after how many lives we got this fortunate. And we are very fortunate. We don't need to get proud of that, but we should have that humble character that we are fortunate. We are fortunate. We are fortunate. And let others in the society make them also fortunate. That is the mindset we should carry. Hare Krishna. Consequently, this verse states that, okay, Dvijo Divyava Buddhya Yoka Trayam Sangopanishadam. Okay, that is what said. Consequently, this verse states that, okay, at the present time, in the age of Kali, particularly everyone is Sudra and no one is Vija. So immediately Prabhupada is explained to us. Therefore, the condition of society has very much deteriorated. Another point to be observed from this verse is that from the brahmachari ashrama one may accept sannyasa ashrama. Vanaprastha ashrama or Grihastha ashrama. It is not compulsory from a brahmachari to become a Grihastha. Okay, because the ultimate aim is to understand absolute truth. So there is no necessity of go through all the different ashramas. So it doesn't mean that the brahmachari has to become Grihastha. Okay, our brahmachari has to become vanaprastha. There is no such rule. So it all depends upon the kind of tendencies that brahmachari is carrying. Okay, see, some tendencies will not go unless you enjoy those tendencies. Enjoy unless you fulfill those desires. Prabhuji's Mataji. Hope you are understanding what I'm trying to say. I'm a brahmachari, but there are some desires which came in this birth or from the previous birth, and those tendencies are there with me. Those tendencies cannot be killed. Okay, but how do you fulfill those desires with dharma? By connecting with dharma. That we have to see, and based upon that you take ashram. So there are some desires, but that cannot be fulfilled in vanaprastha ashrama. Then take grihastha ashrama. There is nothing wrong. Thus one may proceed to sannyasa ashrama directly from brahmacharya ashrama. Even that is also possible. It is very much possible after brahmacharya ashrama, direct taking to sannyasi ashrama. We have seen so many from Guru Parampara. Srila Bhakti, yeah, immediately there is an example. Srila Prabhupada has given, say, where we think of some examples. So here Prabhupada is so much full. So he just give a statement, immediately there is an example for us. We don't need to search for anything, Prabhuji's Mataji's. If you just depend on Prabhupada purpose, Prabhupada's translations, Prabhupada purpose, that is good enough for us in this life. There is nothing else required for us. Prabhupada has given everything. You get a question, immediately there is answer, you'll find answer. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Bhaktivid Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur accepted the sannyasa ashrama directly from brahmacharya ashrama. In other words, His Divine Grace, okay, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur did not think it compulsory to accept the grihastha ashrama or vanaprastha ashrama. He has not taken both. He has directly taken after brahmacharya ashrama, sannyasa ashrama. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj ki jai. Hare Krishna. Let's move to the next sloka. Sloka 15. Hare Krishna. One other wonderful sloka we are going to have. One should realize that in the in the fire, in the spiritual master, in oneself, and in all living entities, in all circumstances and conditions, the supreme personality of the Godhead has simultaneously entered and not entered. He is situated externally and internally as a full controller of everything. He is there externally, he is there internally. He has entered, we can say, he has not entered. So it's a very tricky sloka, but like with Prabhupada purpose, we will understand it very, very easily. Okay. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji Mataji. Anybody wants to read the purport and then we'll understand. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhu. Yeah. Please go ahead, Prabhu.
Realization of the Supreme Personality of God, its omnipresence is the perfect
Yes,
realization.
Prabhuji, bit loud, Prabhu. It is very feeble voices. Sorry for that.
ఒక్క నిమిషం ఉండండి. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. If
It is good, Prabhu, now. Yeah, good, Prabhu. Thank you.
ఓకే థ్యాంక్ యూ. ఇది టెక్స్ట్ శ్లోక 15.
Yes, Prabhu. Purport.
Realization of the Supreme Personality of God's omnipresence is the perfect realization of the absolute truth to be attained through the study of the Vedic literatures, as stated in the Brahma Samhita 5.35. Andantarastha paramanu chayantarastam. The Lord is situated within the universe, within the heart of every living entity, and also within the atom. We should understand that whenever the Supreme Personality of God is present with all his paraphernalia, including his name, form, associates, and servants. The living entity is part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and thus one should understand that since the Supreme Lord has entered the atom, the living entities are also there. One must accept the inconceivable quality of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. For no one can understand from the material point of view how the Lord is all pervasive and yet is situated in his own abode, Goloka Vrindavana. This realization is possible if one strictly follows the regulatory principles of ashrama, brahmachari, grihastha, vanaprastha, and sannyasa. Srila Madhvacharya says in this regard, Apravista sarvagataha pravistatva anurupavan evam virupo bhagavan harir eko janardanaha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead in his original form has not entered everything apravistaha, but in his impersonal form he has entered pravistaha. Thus, he has entered and not entered simultaneously. This is also explained in Bhagavad Gita 9.4, wherein Lord says, Maya tatamidam sarvam jagat avyaktamurtina mastani sarvam bhutani nachaham teshvamastitaha. By me, in my unmanifested form, this entire universe is pervaded. All beings are in me, but I am not in them. The Lord can defy himself. Thus, there is variety in unity. Ekatvam Bahutvam. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Giriraj Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam. So wonderful reading. So wonderful. Purport, Prabhu. Yeah, thank you. Here, this is okay. So here it is saying he is there, he is not there. So how do you understand that? So that is a very, very tricky thing. Here it is saying the Supreme Person of the Godhead in his original form has not entered everything. He has not entered. So let's understand this line. But his impersonal form, the absolute truth, Krishna has two forms. His personal form and impersonal form. He has entered. Okay. His impersonal form is entered everywhere. Thus, he has entered and not entered simultaneously. Both it was possible. Okay. I do not have a impersonal form. I have now a personal form. That's it. So, but Krishna has both a personal form and impersonal form. Okay. This is also explained in Bhagavad Gita 9.4 sloka. Okay. So this is one of the very trickiest sloka Prabhuji's Mataji's. Okay. Let us understand the translation of this 9.4 sloka. Okay. In me, my unmanifested form, this entire universe is pervaded. I am there in this entire universe as a unmanifested form. All beings are in me. Everything is in me, but I am not in them. All beings are in me, but I am not in them. The Lord can defy himself. Now, Prabhuji's Mataji's, I want to spend little time here on this sloka, especially 9.4. See, this is one sloka where before I joined 2019, okay, the ISKCON, okay, I do study, I did little study of Bhagavad Gita. So where I failed to understand 2, 3 versions of Bhagavad Gita, I tried to study before, um, maybe from 2010 till 2019, okay, at different times. Like I never able to understand the sloka 9.4. Okay, the reason is how can Krishna says that all beings are in me, but I am not in them. Everything belongs is there. All beings are in me, but I am not in them. So both statements seems to be contradicting for me, and I was not able to understand this. Okay. I completely failed. So if there is one sloka which miserably failed to understand is 9.4. And I try to understand this particular sloka meaning. What does it mean by multiple people? But I have not got any convincing answer. Now, Srila Prabhupada, okay, in this puppet with his translations, he has very straightforwardly explained he has a personal form. He is sitting in Vaikuntha and he has an impersonal form. He is sitting in every atom and he is sitting in every soul. Okay, because Paramatma is there in every soul, we are able to do all our activities. As an independent jiva, we will not be able to do anything. So that level of clarity I got, okay, after understanding the translations and the purpose and the preachings of our Guru Parampara. This is one of the very trickiest sloka. So it is not possible for understanding without the purpose of Srila Prabhupada. Okay, hope for everybody in this particular um, call, it is very clear now. Okay, what does it mean by all beings are in me, but I am not in them? He is there, but he is impersonal. Hare Krishna. Okay, is that fine, Prabhuji's Mataji's? Very tricky sloka in entire Bhagavad Gita, 9.4. Yeah. If somebody says that not in Guru our parampara and understood, so we can ask them to explain what is their meaning of these 9.4 Prabhuji's Mataji's. Not to chase their knowledge, but like to understand what is their understanding. Not in our parampara. I'm just saying so that we understand. Okay. So what is their understandings? Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. Ask. Okay, Hare Krishna. So now moving to next sloka, sloka 16. Any questions, Prabhuji? Hope we are clear. We are good on sloka 14. Okay. By practicing in this way, whether one be in the Brahmacharya ashrama, Grostha ashrama, Vanprastha ashrama, or Sannyasrama ashrama, one must always realize the all-pervading presence of the Supreme Personality, the Lord Head. Okay. For in this way, it is possible to understand the absolute truth. Doesn't matter which ashrama you are in, whether you are in brahmachari or grihastha or vanprastha sannyasa, doesn't matter. But irrespective of which ashrama you are in, okay, one must realize that all pervading presence of Supreme Lord. Krishna is there everywhere. Vishnu is there everywhere. Okay, that is what Srila Prabhupada says. Like Prabhupada, like how can you came to years like you just alone? Then the Prabhupada reply is, I was always with Krishna. Krishna never left me, or I never left Krishna. He's always with me. So he is there in this mood of this sloka 16. He was always in the mood of that. So Hare Krishna. So Papat, very few lines we have. Anybody wants to read? Prabhuji's Mataji's.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Ha,
Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam Prabhu.
I
Please go
can
ahead.
read Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dandavat Shri Prabhupada. This is the beginning of self-realization. One must first understand how Brahman is present everywhere and how he is acting. This education is called Brahma Jignasa and is the real concern of human life. Without such knowledge, one cannot claim to be a human being. Rather, he remains in the animal kingdom. As it is said, Saeva go karaha. Without such knowledge, one he is no better than a cow or an ass. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. So what is self-realization? What is self-realization? Prabhupada is saying this is self-realization. Okay, Krishna is there everywhere. If Krishna is there everywhere, where is the question of doing something wrong? Krishna is watching every second. Yeah. One must first understand how Brahman is present everywhere and how he is acting. So whenever Prabhupada writes about Krishna or absolute truth, when in between also when he comes, he put H as capital. Yeah. When he's acting. This education is called Brahma Jignasa and is the real concern of human life. This is the main concern of human life. And a human needs to understand Krishna is there everywhere. Yeah. Without such knowledge, one cannot claim to be human being. See, Prabhupada is very strong. Without such kind of knowledge, you're not a human, he's saying. Rather, he remains an animal kingdom. There is no difference between you and animal. Animal doesn't recognize that everywhere God is there. And you also doesn't recognize. So what is the difference between you and animal? That is what Prabhupada is claiming. He's saying to all of us. As it is said, Sa eva go kara. Without such knowledge, one is no better than a cow or ass. Maybe cow may be better than that human. The reason is cow is giving so much. Hare Krishna. So let's move to result of practicing Vanaprastha Ashrama. Vanaprastha Ashrama. Hare Krishna. So let's understand this. Vanaprastha Ashrama. Sloka 17. Hare Krishna. So today we should be able to complete our session so quickly, Prabhu, because majority of the Vanaprastha session do not have purpose. It has only translations, and I think around 2 or 3 slokas only has purpose. So I think hopefully we should be able to complete today's session by 8:15 or 8:20. Okay. Hare Krishna. Translations. O king, I shall now describe the qualifications for a vanaprastha. Okay. One who has retired from a family life. Okay. So here he is explaining. By rigidly following the rules and regulations for Vanaprastha, one can easily be elevated to the upper planetary system known as Maharloka. So we are seeing here. See here, Prabhuji's Matajis. Okay, yesterday when I am compiling these Vanaprastha Ashrama, so here the translations are not talking anything about bhakti. Okay, so here in the sloka 17, here sloka 17 is referring for the people, okay, who are want to follow the vanaprastha ashrama, would like to go for a upper planets which are called, which are like a maharloka, can be followed subsequent slokas. That is what this first sloka is talking about. So one thing I would like to mention to all of us, not about mentioning, you all aware of that already, is when Sukadeva Goswami is telling this to Parikshit Maharaj, it is not only the devotees are sitting over there, Prabhuji's Matajis. If I remember correctly, okay, this particular Bhagavatam is being heard by around 6,000. Okay, devotees, jnana is at a different levels. So Sukadeva Goswami has given this knowledge for all categories of the people who are sitting at that time along with Parikshit Maharaj. So these translations, these slokas and translations cover for the people, okay, who are doing Vanapasthashrama for going to higher planets. Okay, Hare Krishna. So are going to higher planets, Maharloka. That is the reason the next set of translations which are coming will not talk about much about bhakti. So this is the first time even I have also experienced where some of the slokas of Bhagavatam not directly speaking about bhakti. Okay, Hare Krishna. General duties of Vanaprastha Ashrama. That is what we've been covered in 18 to 23. So let us understand quickly. Okay, what is this general duties of Vanaprastha? So how a Vanaprastha person should live it. See, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji's Mataji's. Even though we are devotees, we all in Grihastha Ashrama, except maybe few are in Brahmacharya Ashrama right now. We also should understand at some point of time, even though we may not be going and living in forest for a Vanaprastha ashrama, but we need to understand how the people should live in Vanaprastha ashrama. Okay, means for the people to live in Vanaprastha ashrama, the desires, okay, and the requirements to live in this world should be minimized. Okay, should be very minimal. Okay, we have clothes, we have eat to something, to take prasadam to survive this life, that should be good enough. We have a place to live. Okay, we have clothes to take, and you have something to eat, that is good enough, and you should thank to Krishna. That is a kind of, okay, a lifestyle for Vanaprastha ashrama. That is what we have to understand from the slokas, from these slokas. Okay, Prabhuji's Matajis. So this is the from this context, this is the first sloka which is coming. Hare Krishna. So anybody wants to read this translation, Prabhuji's Matajis?
Hare Krishna, can I read?
Yeah, please read, Prabhuji.
All the four, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Translation. A person in Vanaprastha life should not eat grains grown by tilling. Tillage is the agricultural preparation of the soil by mechanical agitation of various types of the fields. He should also not eat grains that have grown without tilling of the field but are not fully ripe. Nor should a Vanaprastha eat grains cooked in fire. Indeed, he should eat only fruit ripened by the sunshine. Hare.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Wonderful reading. So what he's telling here is Vanaprastha life, okay, you should not plan things, he's telling here, Prabhuji's Mataji's. Like tilling in the sense, like మనం వరి నాట్లు వేస్తాం కదండి, వరి నాట్లు వేసి దున్ని వరి నాట్లు వేసి వరిని పెంచుతాం కదా. You don't need to take that kind of rice, he's telling. Like, so but you take the rice which naturally came, okay, on the fields. Okay, and also you take the grains of the fruits which are not ripped, which should be fully ripped on the plants, then you take. Okay, okay, so and vanaprastha ashrama eat grains. Okay, nor should a vanaprastha eat grains cooked in fire. Okay, should give up. Okay, so take the fruits which are completely ripe by sun. See, the what is the standards is being set in Bhagavatam for a Vanprastha ashrama. We all should enter at some point of time, Prabhuji's Matajis. If not at this level, we have to ask ourselves at what requirements, at what kind of needs you want to survive in this world. We should ask ourselves. We have so many facilities today, but what are the facilities you want to give up? And what is the with minimal life you want to survive in this world? We should ask, and we should be live in that way. Okay, we should live with a minimal resources. Okay, that is what this particular slokas are teaching us, Prabhuji's Mataji's. Now, this is also another general duties of Vanaprastha. So, this translation is telling a Vanaprastha should prepare cakes to be offered in a sacrifice from fruits and grains grown naturally in the forest. So, whatever forest is giving to us, prepare some cakes, small food mix, okay, with the cakes, okay, should prepare cakes offered in sacrifice from the fruits and grains which grown naturally. Okay, when he obtains some new grains, he should give up the old stock. When he getting new grains, no, he should donate the old grains. So he should live with a very minimal stock. Means what he's telling is a Vanaprastha ashrama should depend upon Krishna for his survival, his or her survival. That is what these slokas are talking here, Prabhuji's Mataji's. So general duties of Vanaprastha. This is continuing for us. A Vanaprastha should prepare a thatched cot. What is this thatched cottage? Okay, a thatched cottage is a straw. Okay, or a similar material. Some ఒక టైప్ ఆఫ్ గడ్డి ఉంటుంది కదండి, ఆ గడ్డితో చేసినటువంటి కాటేజ్ అని చెప్తున్నారు అనమాట. ఆర్
గుడిసె
టేక్
అనుకుంటున్నారు గుడిసెలాగా.
యా యా కరెక్ట్. Okay, a straw or a similar material. Okay, a thatched cottage ante I just got it from Google. What does it mean? Okay, or take a shelter of a cave in a mountain only to keep a sacred fire. To keep a sacred fire, so you take a shelter of a in a mountain or cave. Okay, but he should personally practice enduring snowfall, wind, fire, rain, and shining of the sun. We should be able to bear all these things. Okay, snowfall. If snowfall comes, bear it. Wind, bear it. Fire, rain, bear it. That's what he's telling here. Okay, with a minimum needs. Okay, that is what his sloka is talking about here, which is Mataji's. So now, okay, general duties of Vanaprastha. This is continuing here. The Vanaprastha should wear a matted locks of hair on his head and let his body hair, nails, and moisture grow. Don't He's saying that, like, don't worry about that, let the body, okay, be just like that. He should not be caring too much on body. Okay, he should not cleanse his body, okay, of that. He doesn't need to do that. Like, means like what is happening, what is that teaching is happening, what is the training is happening is, I am not this body, I'm not this body, so why do you need to take care of that? Okay, so he should keep a water pot or deer skin and rod. Okay, wear the bark of a tree as a covering and use garments, okay, colored like a fire. Okay, garments also should be colored like a fire and wear. That is what here the translation is telling us. Okay, Hare Krishna. So the next sloka is still continuing general duties of Vanaprastha. Being very thoughtful, a Vanaprastha should remain in a forest for 12 years, or minimum 8 years, or 4 years, or 2 years, or at least 1 year. He should behave in such a way that he will not disturbed or troubled by too much of austerity. Okay, Hare Krishna. So let's continue. So the next sloka. When because of disease or old age, see, it's very important. When there is a disease or old age, one is unable to perform his prescribed duties for advancement in spiritual consciousness or study of Vedas. Because of his illness, he's not able to carry. He should practice fasting. Okay. So have fasting, not taking any food. You're not able to study, so be fasting. Okay, so that is what, see, it's not easy, Prabhuji's Mataji's. So Vanaprastha Ashrama, okay, at this level. Okay, Hare Krishna. So now the next set of section is talking about the rules for giving up body. So how you want to give up the body? So now previous slokas is talking about is, okay, what is your lifestyle should be. Now the next set of slokas are talking about how you should give up one prastara. So as I mentioned at a very initial stage itself, Prabhuji's Mataji's, this is for the people who are going only for the higher planets. They are not following the bhakti. Okay, so so because these slokas and these slokas are, okay, giving the audience for such kind of audience. Hare Krishna. Okay, for example, Hare Krishna. Are you able to see the screen? Okay, I did something. Okay, okay, Hare Krishna. So merging of a gross body. Okay, for example, okay, there is an example. Yesterday I was talking to Srivalli Mataji on these slokas. Okay, why these slokas were like this. So she gave an example. Okay, she gave the information which I shared. Like for example, there is a Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra, he was in Vanaprastha Ashrama. Okay, he was in with after the war. He was there good number of years. I think maybe more than 10 years. Okay, 10 years or 11 years, more than 10 years. He was um, with um, with Dharmaraj, with Yudhishthir, and Bhima, and with all of them. Then at some point after Vidura came and pushed him hard, saying that still you are staying here. What is that you want to achieve? Still you want to enjoy these the comforts which Pandavas are providing to you. This kind of discussion is happened by Vidura to Dhritarashtra, and finally Dhritarashtra and Gandhari left the palace, and then they went to um, uh, Vanaprastha Ashrama. In Vanaprastha Ashrama, even in Mahabharata, it is not mentioned that they did some bhakti. Okay, but it is mentioned in Vanaprastha Ashrama that they left their body. Okay, by following Vanaprastha Ashrama. So maybe whatever slokas we are seeing it now refers to that kind of people. Okay, that kind of people like a Duryodhana kind of Dhritarashtra kind of people. Okay, that is what I understood after the discussion with Srivalli Mataji. Okay, so let us understand this translation. He should properly place the fire element in his own, is 1 second, his own self, and in his way give up the bodily affinity, by which one thinks the body to be one of the one's self and not one owns. See, the body is one's self and not own. I am not owning it, but it is being given to me. Okay, to fulfill my desires for a short term. Okay, so one should gradually merge. See here, merge the material body into the five elements. Hare Krishna. And Prabhuji's Mataji, this body came from these five elements. This body came from where? Earth, water, fire, air, and sky. Again, this body should be merged to those elements. Okay, that is what here this sloka is talking about. Hare Krishna. So purport, only 3 lines. Okay, 3 paras are there. Anybody wants to read? Prabhuji Mataji?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Ha, please go ahead, read Mataji, Nirupama Mataji.
Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The body is an effect of a cause, namely the 5 material elements: earth, water, fire, air, and sky. In other words, one should know perfectly well that the material body is nothing but a combination of the 5 elements. This knowledge constitutes merging of the material body and the 5 material elements. Merging into Brahman in perfect knowledge means understanding
Understanding perfectly that one is not the body but is spiritual soul. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Okay, seems some break. Okay, so merging into the Brahman is a perfect knowledge, means understanding the perfect knowledge. Okay, means understanding perfectly that one is not the body but a spiritual soul. So let's understand a little bit. Let's spend 1 minute on this. The body is an effect. Thank you, Mataji. Wonderful reading. Haribol. The body is an effect of a cause. Okay, namely the 5 elements. Okay, again, that is what is Prabhupada also mentioned here. In other words, one should perfectly well that the material body is nothing but a combination of these 5 elements. This knowledge constitutes merging of the material body and the 5 material elements. So again, this is what is this body has to be merged to those 5 elements. We should always remember these Prabhuji's Matajis. Yeah, this body is already a dead body. This is not a real body. This body is already dead, Prabhuji's Matajis. Okay, just because soul, super soul is there here, we are able to interact. We are able to see each other. We are able to talk each other. Otherwise, this is already a dead body. Merging into Brahman in a perfect knowledge means understanding perfectly that one is not body, but is spirit soul, spiritual soul. Okay, we are all spiritual soul. Okay, so that is what we have to understand. Okay, Hare Krishna. Let's understand. Let's move. Hare Krishna. Translation and purport. Hare Krishna. Anybody wants to read the translation of this? 25. This is
Hare
merging of gross body. He's been talking here.
Hare
Subhara
Krishna.
Prabhu, please go
Can I
ahead.
read? Yes.
Yeah, yeah, please.
Translation, sloka number 25, translation. A sober, self-realized person who has full knowledge should merge the various parts of the body in their original sources. Second one, the holes in the body are caused by the sky. The process of breathing is caused by the air. The heat of the body is caused by the fire, and the semen, blood, and mucus are caused by water. Third one, the substances like skin, muscle, and bone are caused by the earth. Fourth, in this way, all the constituents of body are caused by various elements, and they should be merged again into those elements. Shall I continue the purport, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu, please go ahead. This
Purport,
is smart.
purport by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Be self-realized, one must understand the original source of all the various elements of the body. The body is a combination of skin, bone, muscle, blood, semen, urine, stool, heat, breath, and so on, which all come from earth, water, fire, air, and sky. One must be well conversant with the source of all the body constituents. Then one becomes a self-realized person or Atmavan, one who knows the self. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Subhara Prabhu. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Wonderful reading. It is very easily, okay, very easy for us to understand. Is like the body is a combination of skin, bone, muscle, blood, semen, urine, stool, heat, breath, and so on. Everything came from where? From earth, water, fire, air, and sky. So all these things go over there. And once we have this kind of knowledge, okay, okay, manasa vacha karmana, when we have this knowledge, okay, when we really agree with this, then one becomes a self-realized person. Okay, so you're not this body, it came from these 5 elements, it will go back to these 5 elements. Then that person is Atmavan. Okay, he know very clearly, knows the self. Hare Krishna. Let's understand this translation. This translation is of 3 slokas, 26, 27, 28. Okay, so okay, how this merging of subtle body happens is being explained in these 3 slokas. Hare Krishna. Anyone wants to read this translation? Slightly bigger translation, but easy for us to understand.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Okay, carry on, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat.
Translation by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Shloka 26 to 28, merging of subtle body. Translation. Thereafter, the object of speech, along with the sense of speech, the tongue, should be bestowed upon fire. Craftsmanship and 2 hands should be given to the demigod Indra. The power of movement and the legs should be given to Lord Vishnu. Sensual pleasure, along with the genitals, should be bestowed upon Prajapati. The rectum, with the power of evacuation, should be bestowed in its proper place unto Mrityu. The oral instrument, along with sound vibration, should be given to the trees presiding over the directions. The instrument of touch, along with the sense objects of touch, should be given to Vayu. Form, with the power of sight, should be bestowed upon the sun. The tongue, along with the demigod Varuna, should be bestowed upon water. And the power of smell, along with the two Ashwini Kumara demigods, should be bestowed upon the earth.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank you very
Krishna.
much. Thank you very much, Mataji. Deepa Mataji. Wonderful lady. Very good. Here, everything is being told here very clearly to all of us. Okay. See, okay, I just put a kind of a, uh, we have put it here, merging of subtle body. What is going to happen? Okay. In a more diagram way quickly. See, object of speech and tongue, okay, is going to merge to fire. So as Deepa Mataji has wrote, hands, okay, to Indra, power of movements and legs, Vishnu, Lord Vishnu, sensual pleasures and genitals, Prajapati, written and power of evocation, that is to Mrityu Devata, ear and sound vibration is going to deities of directions, okay, skin and objects to Vayu, and eyes and form that we got it from sun. So tongue and Varuna, that is water. Okay, okay. Uh, Smell and Ashwini Kumaras, okay, that is from earth. Okay, so it is been very clearly mentioned. Okay, all these things will go. This is what the merging takes place. Okay, Hare Krishna. There are some more things are there, which is gross and subtle also. We are getting from subtle where body of we have gross body and we have subtle body. So the previous is talking about, okay, this is all talking about gross body, and this is all we are talking about subtle body. Speech is a part of a subtle, right? So again, some more subtle body characteristics are being talking here. Okay, so mind, intelligence, everything is there, right? We have, so all those things where it is going is being talked about this particular sloka. Hare Krishna. Anybody wants to read this?
Prabhu, very
Yeah, please go ahead, Prabhu.
28, 29 to 30, the merging of the subtle body. Translation by Srila Prabhupada and Prabhupada ki jai. The mind, along with all material desires, should be merged into the moon demigod. All the subject matters of intelligence, along with the intelligence itself, should be placed in Lord Brahma. False ego, which is under the influence of the material modes of nature, which includes one to think, I am this body, and everything connected with this body is mine, should be merged along with material activities in Rudra, the predominating deity of false ego. Material consciousness, along with the goal of thought, should be merged into individual living being, and the demigods acting under the modes of material nature should be merged, along with the perverted living being, into the supreme being. The earth should be merged in water, water in the brightness of the sun, this brightness into the air into the sky into the false ego, the false ego into the total material energy, the total material energy into the unmanifested ingredients are the pradhana feature of the material energy. And at last, the ingredient feature of material manifestation into the super soul. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Wonderful reading. So here it is telling, okay. So the translation, okay, Prabhupada is telling us like, so mind, okay, should be merged into the moon demigod. Okay, intelligence is merged into the Lord Brahma. So like that, everything is being told. So I just put a small grid kind of thing here. So let's continue. Yeah. See here, yeah, mind and material desires to moon. Okay, intelligence and its objects Brahma, false ego. Okay, and material activities. We think, right? Yeah. So I have done this. Okay, that is to Rudra. Okay, but Rudra is not in Tamagun. That we have to remember. Is always in Sattvagun. Material consciousness and goal of thought. Okay, that is living being to Vasudeva. And then Devatas and prevented Jiva. That is to Supreme Being. So this is what it is going. Earth, water, earth to water, water to fire, fire to air to sky to false ego, and then to Mahatattva, and then to Pradhana, and then to Super Soul. This is the sequence. Okay, ultimately, when everything will get merged. Okay, so let us see the last sloka. Oh shit. Okay, the last sloka, sloka number 31. Hope this is clear. So this slide, I just put everything together because we have seen multiple slokas. So the merging of gross body, merging of subtle body, what is going to happen? So the gross body, it is being very clear. The holes which are there in our body, it goes to sky. Our breath is there, no? It will merge to air, and then bodily heat goes to fire, and semen, blood, and mucus go merge to water, and hard substances like skin, muscle, and bone, everything will merge to earth. Okay, so this is where the merging of gross body and subtle body has been taken place. Hare Krishna. Now we are into the last sloka, 31. So wonderful sloka this is also. So let's understand this. Okay, the last sloka, anybody wants to read? Who has not read till now?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Can
Raju Prabhu, please go ahead. Prabhu.
Yeah, translation. When all the material designations have thus merged into their respective material elements, the living beings, who are all ultimately completely spiritual, being one is one in quality with the Supreme Being, should cease from the material existence, and flames cease when the wood in which they are burning is consumed. When the material body is returned to its various material elements, only the spiritual being remains. The spiritual being is Brahman and is equal in quality with Parabrahman. Purport. Thus,
Go ahead. Go ahead, Prabhu.
thus, the end of the purports of 7th canto.
12th chapter.
Yeah, ఇది కనిపిస్తుంది ఓకే ఓకే మీరు చదవరా రోజు
Does the end of the Bhakti Vedanta purports of the 7th canto, 12th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The Perfect Society of the Four Spiritual Classes. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Raju Prabhu. Wonderful reading. Hari Bol. So what is being telling here? When all the material designations have thus merged into their respective material elements, that is what we have seen before, the living beings, okay, who are ultimately completely spiritual. We are all spirituals. Being one is quality with the spirit, okay, Supreme Being. This spiritual form, which I am a soul, came from Supreme Soul. So the quality is same. Should cease from the material existence, okay, as the flames cease when the wood in which they are burning consumed. When the material body is returned to its various material elements, that is what happened. Okay, this material body came from all these material elements, again it got merged. So what is left? Only the spiritual being is left. That spiritual atma is left. That spiritual being is Brahman. Okay, that is what we've been calling. As I mentioned starting, these set of slokas are not talking about bhakti. Okay, this is more of a jnana, jnana yoga. It is being talking about. The spiritual being is Brahman and is equal to the quality of Parabrahman. So the quality of the soul is the quality is the same, but the quantity may be vary. But the quality, the spiritual being is Brahman, is equal in quality with Parabrahman. That is what Vyasadeva is telling to all of us. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Prabhuji's Matajis, for joining. In spite of you have so many services. Okay. So I know you all elevated devotees, Prabhuji's Matajis. Okay, you have so many services today. So thank you for joining. Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, Hari Bol. So any kind of discussion points you want to bring it, Prabhuji's Matajis, or any sharing of thoughts you want to do, please feel free. Or you have any questions. Hare Krishna. Or any comments also you want to share, you can share for a couple of minutes and then we can close the call.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhuji, Dandakanam. Prabhuji, can you please repeat that subtle body? You said gross body, how it merges into different things. That was clear. The subtle body merges where, Prabhuji?
I will open that grid, Mataji. I will share it again. This is the merging of the whole body and subtle body slide, Mataji. I'm sharing it. Let me put it in a big format. Slide view.
So intelligence and its objects.
Are you able to see the screen, Mataji? No?
Yes, Prabhuji.
This is the screen, Mataji. Let us understand this gross body merging first, Mataji. Holes, sky, Mataji. Breathing, merge to air. Heat, fire. we have semen, blood and mucus. Mucus, we all know. Yeah. Water. And hard substances, skin and muscle bone, merges to earth, Mataji. This is the understanding of merging cross body, Mataji. And merging of subtle body is also another grid, Mataji, here. Because there are so many slokas talking about. So I just provided it in one small table form. Okay. So here what we are talking here. First, object of speech. The speech goes to fire devata. Okay. Craftsmanships and hands, Indra. Indra is giving. Okay. The power. Okay. The hands for us. Okay. The power of movements of legs to Lord Vishnu. Sensible pleasures and genitals going to Prajapati. Okay. Written and power of evacuation is going to evacuation, which is going in the down part, Mataji. Prajapati. Okay. To Mrityu, Mataji. Evacuation, that one. Ear and sound vibration. Yeah. That is going to deities. Okay. Deities of directions. Okay. Dippalkulu antam kadandi. Ade anamata. Skin and objects of touch. That is to Vayu. Because of Vayu only we feel that skin and touch. Yeah. Eyes and form. That is to sun. If there is a problem with eyes, no, you know what I heard from my childhood, you have to do Surya Aradhan, I heard. So you take darshan of sun, you give water to sun. Okay, that is what I heard from my mother. Okay, so when you have a problems with our sun, because they are adinayak for all these things. Yeah, got it, Mataji. Eyes and form. Tongue and Varuna, that is to water. Okay, and then tongue and Varuna, that is to goes to water. Smell and the Ashwini Kumaras, that belongs to earth. Okay, mind is to moon, Mataji. Intelligence to Brahma. Brahma is the highest intelligent person, Mataji. Okay, in this material universe. Yeah, and false ego to Rudra, but doesn't mean that he is in false ego, Mataji. Okay, he is in Suddha Sattva. Okay, but he is Adinayak for false ego, Mataji. Okay, material consciousness. Okay, material consciousness. Okay, and that goals of thought and all that to Vasudeva. Okay, that is devatas. Okay, and prevailing jiva, that is to supreme being. Okay, then here there is order is given. Okay, order of when completely, then when this entire universe is dissolving, how it happens is the order is also given here, Mataji. Earth will go to water, water everything goes to fire, fire goes to air, finally air everything goes to sky, everything will become empty. Even that also doesn't stop. Sky also came from false ego, it seems. That false ego came from again Mahatattva. Okay, that is total material energy. That is from that Mahatattva came from Pradhana. Hare Krishna, Pradhana. That is in unmanifested ingredient. Okay, that is finally merged to Super Soul, Supreme. That is order is given, Mataji. Hope it is clear, Mataji, Nirupam Mataji. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji. The question is like they say that when the Atma takes birth again, the subtle body is carried, right?
Yes, Mataji. The subtle body
So
carried.
if it's merging into so many things, then it will still be carried.
See, if everything is merging happens, Mataji, when you do not have any desires, two things happens, three things happen, two things happens, Mataji. When you leave your body, we leave your gross body. But
Right.
when the desires does not leave, the subtle body is not dead. Subtle body is still alive. Subtle body chooses another body based upon the desires of that subtle body. Okay, now
Yes.
when this gross body is left his body, and in subtle body also left, subtle body also dead, what does it mean? It doesn't have any desires.
Then
Now
it merges.
then it merges. But when then that is basically when that particular subtle body has done bhakti, then it goes to Vaikuntha Loka or Goloka. Yeah,
Yes,
when the subtle body, when sorry, the soul is not in bhakti, okay, doing some other meditation, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
right.
then goes to where the light, okay, the skin or the light of the Paramatma, okay, because that is where he
Brahman.
desired, okay, yeah, that is where it is. It goes and stays there for maybe don't know how long it will stay. So according to our sampradaya, it says that even if it stays, it doesn't know what to do. Again, it will fall back. That is what we heard, Mataji. Okay,
Yeah.
but when all these discussions happened, So 60,000 people are there. It's not only devotees. So it is being taught all these things to everybody, irrespective of the devotees. Mataji. That is where we have these slokas as well. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Hare
yeah.
Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji.
Any other explanation also can be given. Okay. Sorry. Hare Krishna. Subbara Prabhu, you want to add anything? Or anybody? Hare Krishna. Shivali Mataji is there. Okay.
హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభుజీ.
Yeah, there. Yeah, Satya Prabhu.
ప్రభుజీ అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ ఎవరైతే యోగులు సాయుధ్య మోక్షం కోసం అంటే మర్జింగ్ కోసం ట్రై చేస్తారో
Yes.
వాళ్ళు అంటే వాళ్ళ మర్జింగ్ అనేది ఇట్లాగే జరుగుతుందని
Yes.
చెప్తున్నారు కదా.
Correct. Correct. You're correct. You're correct.
మరి ఇప్పుడు ఆత్మ అంటే ఇక్కడ మైండ్ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ ఈగో.
ఆత్మ అంటే మైండ్ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ ఈగో కాదు కదా. ఆత్మ వేరు,
Body.
సటిల్ బాడీ వేరు.
సటిల్
ఇక్కడ నేను సటిల్ బాడీ గురించి చెప్తున్నాను. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఒకళ్ళు జ్ఞాన యోగా చేశారండి. ఓకే, సో హీఈస్ ఆన్ ద మెడిటేషన్ ఆఫ్ ఫార్మ్లెస్ స్టేట్. సో ఇట్ విల్ బి మర్జ్డ్ ఇంటూ ఇంపర్సనల్ బ్రహ్మన్ కదా. యా, దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ బీన్ టాకింగ్ హియర్. ఓకే
ఓకే ఓకే ప్రభుజీ.
థ్యాంక్ యూ. హరే కృష్ణ. ప్రభుజీస్ మాతాజీస్, ఎనీబడి వాంట్స్ టు యాడ్ ఎనీథింగ్?
Prabhuji, nothing to add. Prabhuji, అలా యాక్చువల్గా సూక్ష్మ శరీరము మీరు ఏదైతే మీరు ఇందాక అంటున్నారో ముక్తిని వచ్చినప్పుడు when it goes to liberation, then we have to get rid of the sukshma sarira and sthula sarira. Then only we are liberated. Whether whichever path we take, whether it's a bhakti, dhyana, whatever. So that is an ultimate. సో మీరు అదే చెప్తున్నారు ఇందాక. సో సూక్ష్మ శరీరం అప్పుడు మర్చిపోతుంది. యాక్చువల్గా మనకి సెకండ్ క్యాంటోలో మీరు ఇప్పుడు చెప్పినవన్నీ ఇచ్చారు. ఎక్కడి నుంచి మనం వచ్చామో మళ్ళీ బ్యాక్ అక్కడికే అన్నిట్లో మర్చిపోతూ వెళ్తున్నాం, పృథ్వీలో, అగ్నిలో, వాయువులో. నథింగ్ టు యాడ్. మీరు బట్ లాస్ట్ లో ఆత్మ మాత్రం, భక్తి మార్గం ఆత్మ మాత్రం పరబ్రహ్మము దగ్గరికి వెళ్తుంది అని ఇచ్చారు యాక్చువల్ గా మనకి లాస్ట్ శ్లోకాలు అప్పట్లో ఇచ్చారు. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్. హరే కృష్ణ.
హరే కృష్ణ. Hare Krishna. Any other comments? I'm not sure Subba Prabhu is there or not. I think he left. Okay. Hare Krishna. Any other comments, Prabhu? Swapna Mataji, Sri Hari Prabhu, Sagar Prabhu, Raju Prabhu, Muralidhar Prabhu, Madhavi Reddy Mataji, Shilpa Mataji.
హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభు, నాకు ఒక క్వశ్చన్ ఉంది ప్రభు, జస్ట్ ఫర్ క్లారిఫికేషన్ ప్రభు. సో ప్రభు, ఇప్పుడు మనం డైలీ 16 రౌండ్స్ చేస్తాం కదా ప్రభు. సో ఫ్యామిలీ రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీస్ కూడా ఉంటాయి కదా ప్రభు. ఒకవేళ ఇన్ కేస్ మనకి ఆ రోజు మనకి ఏమైనా వీలు అవ్వకపోతే, సో నెక్స్ట్ ఎలా ప్రభు దాన్ని మళ్ళీ మనం ఎలా?
That is the worst case situation, Prabhu. Sagar Prabhu. We have to note down those number of malas, and you have to do the next step.
ఓకే ఓకే.
సపోజ్ వరస్ట్ కేస్ లో ఈరోజు 16 చేయాలి, 16 చేయలేదు, 12 చేస్తారు. 4 నోట్ డౌన్ చేసుకుని రేపు యాడ్ చేయాలి.
అలా ఓకే ప్రభు. హరే కృష్ణ. ఇంకొక క్వశ్చన్ ప్రభు, ఇప్పుడు మనకి రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీస్, ఫ్యామిలీ రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీస్ as well as అంటే మనం డివోషనల్ కూడా మనం గాడ్ కి సపరేట్ గా టైం మనం కేటాయించాలి కదా ప్రభు. సో రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీస్ యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ మనం ఈ ఆధ్యాత్మిక రెండిట్లో దేనికి ఎక్కువ ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ప్రభు? ఐ మీన్ అంటే సమ్ టైమ్స్ మనకి ఏంటంటే టూ మచ్ యాక్టివిటీస్ వల్ల అసలు మేబీ ఆ రోజు మనం టైం స్పెండ్ చేయకపోవచ్చు.
That will be the last resort, Prabhu. Okay. See, Prabhu, we have to remember one thing, Prabhu. Okay. Okay. If you could come today for Bhakti Center, today we are going to talk about Japa, Prabhu. Okay. So I'm not sure, okay, whether you attended మీరు లాస్ట్ ఫ్యూ డేస్ మనకి గౌరంగ దర్శన్ ప్రభు, ఈస్ గ్రేస్ గౌరంగ దర్శన్ ప్రభు కొన్ని సెషన్స్ ఇచ్చారు ప్రభు. ఓకే,
వచ్చాను ప్రభు. అంటే మన గౌరీ పౌర్ణమికి వచ్చాను ప్రభు.
గౌరీ పూర్ణిమకి వచ్చారు ప్రభు. గౌరీ పూర్ణిమ రోజు ప్రభుజీ చెప్పారు, we are here, we are able to do japa, it is because of sacrifices of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, sacrifices of Sachidevi. వాళ్ళ సాక్రిఫైసెస్ గురించి మన సాక్రిఫైసెస్ ఎంత చెప్పండి ప్రభుజీ.
ఓకే ఓకే.
One day we can understand Prabhu, 2 days we can understand Prabhu, 3 days we can understand Prabhu, but we have to think Prabhu, what is that our mind is looking after. We have to think Prabhu. Prabhu, if you don't mind, if you could come for today evening session, you will understand more about mind, Prabhu.
ఓకే బ్రో.
వీటన్నిటి కారణం మన మనస్సు ప్రభు. ఆ మనస్సు ఎలా ప్రభావితం చేస్తుంది అనేది మనం కొంచెం డిస్కస్ చేయొచ్చు ప్రభు.
షూర్ ప్రభు. థ్యాంక్ యూ. హరే కృష్ణ.
ఇవన్నీ మనం ప్లాన్ చేసుకోవాలి. అన్ని ప్లాన్ చేసుకుంటే పెద్ద ఇబ్బంది ఏమి ఉండదు.
Yes, ప్రభు.
టైం మేనేజ్మెంట్, దిస్ ఇస్ కాల్డ్ టైం మేనేజ్మెంట్ అంతే.
ఓకే.
సాధన అంటే అందరి ఇగ్రి ప్రభు. కృష్ణుడు కూడా చెప్తాడు ఇది చాలా డిఫికల్ట్ అని, బట్ అభ్యాసం అని చెప్తాడు ప్రభు కృష్ణుడు. సాగర్ ప్రభు అభ్యాసం
హరే కృష్ణ.
అభ్యాసం అభ్యాసం.
హరి బోల్.
థ్యాంక్ యూ. హరే కృష్ణ. ఎనీ అదర్ పాయింట్స్ ప్రభు?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Regarding Japa Prabhu, I think Giriraj Prabhuji Ankonta, once he shared the experience, like he was not in a position due to some health reasons, he was unable to complete the Japa. So he made a note of it and he did it later. But that is acceptable only it is really a genuine reason where your health is not supporting, or you chant with meter, not mala, something like that. But we have to make sure to finish all 16 rounds, as I heard Prabhuji.
Correct.
I may be
That
wrong.
is must, Mataji.
Yeah.
In worst case, okay.
Yeah, it should be the very genuine.
Yeah,
You are
very
not in a position
yeah,
to chant.
exactly. Correct. For example, I can give a reason, Mataji. For example, I got a bridge call. Something really happened in office today. Okay, something really strange happened. There is complete production boxes were down. So I'm in a bridge call for 20 hours today. For example, it can happen, Mataji. It happened for me. Okay, almost 1.5 years back, it happened to me one day. I was in bridge call for about 22 hours, Mataji. Okay, because the entire production boxes were down. Okay, and then we did a restore for about almost for 34 clients, live clients. So that time I was in a bridge call for 22 hours. That time we could not do anything. So note down those malas and then do it the next day. Yeah, that kind of situations.
So that should be the very worst case, Prabhuji.
Very worst
So
case, Mataji.
our mindset should not be like, for any material reason or anything, like
Completely
you're
agree,
traveling, you're going to your office. In a worst case, you can also finish it in your travel.
Correct.
Me being a teacher,
Completely.
it is going on till 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. So while invigilating, while any free period, I finish my chant. So it is like, we should be with a mind that I can finish and I will finish. If it is chance given, Prabhuji, as a human, due to all the Maya, we always postpone things.
Completely agree, Mataji. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji. As I heard some Prabhuji also, are you not spending time on, like, are you skipping your meal? If it is not possible, are you skipping any part of your meal? No. So how can you skip your japa?
Yeah. Thank you very much, Mataji. Wonderful realization, Mataji. Whatever you said is so inspiring personally for me, Mataji. Thank you very much.
I heard this from regarding this japa from Giriraj Prabhuji. Purushottam Mas, we had calls. So in that once he explained this. So but during exams or something, when we postponed, Prabhuji explained this. Like, are you skipping anything of your meal? Just rewind your mind that in the whole day you didn't get time for japa. You got for some nonsense things, I guess. So that was a realization made by Giriraj Prabhu once.
Thank you very much, Mataji. Thank you for sharing. Haribol. Thank you, Swapna Mataji. Any other comments, or we will end the call here? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. I think seems we are good. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sorry, anybody wants to say anything?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Excellent class you have made.
Thank you very much, Prabhu.
Excellent speech. And excellent questions and answers also. What now Mataji told also, it is very, very useful for everybody. And we have to manage the time, and how some people are doing 32 rounds and 48 rounds, 64 rounds also. We have to think of that before doing this 16 rounds.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Vancha kalpatarubhya sarvapasindubhya vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Anantakoti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Dandavad Pranam, sir.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Dandavad Pranam. Shilpa Mataji, you may stop recording now.
Yes, Prabhuji, I'll end the session here. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.